Are you serious? Are you serious? The coffee this morning, delicious. Are you serious? Wow, things are shaking and quaking. The earth is shaking and quaking. The devil's back is breaking. We're in the end times, and the apocalyptic signs are everywhere. And hang on to your seatbelts if you're in California, as there was a very powerful earthquake that hit there last night. 5.1 is what the U.S. Geological Survey has finally settled on. It took place, of course, near the upper lake there in California. This 5.1 magnitude quake has hit near Upper Lake in Lake County last night. The quake struck around 7:57 p.m., and it was very powerful. Also, it was only 11 and a half miles deep, so it was very shallow, and thus causing significant shaking going on. The magnitude, the U.S. Geological Survey, the seismologist, very concerned about this earthquake because of the fault line where it runs. Now, while that was going on, it's not the only thing in the earth, the only place in the earth where we had tremendous movement of earthquakes. Matter of fact, just to give you an idea of what took place yesterday, in the last 24 hours from right now, I should say, there was a 2.5 earthquake in Alaska. There was a 5.0 earthquake down under in New Zealand, a 4.2 in Chile, a 4.5 earthquake in Indonesia, a 4.6 in El Salvador. There was a 2.6 in Perry, Oklahoma, a 3.1 in Alaska, followed by a 4.8 in the northern Marina Islands in a place called Pagan, Northern Marina Islands, 4.8. Also, 2.7 in King City, California, another 2.6 in California, a 4.5 in Chile, 2.5 in Puerto Rico, 3.5 in Oklahoma, then a 3.9, then a 3.5, all in Perry, Oklahoma, followed by a 2.6 in Puerto Rico, 3.1 Puerto Rico, 2.5 Alaska. Then the 5.1 earthquake hit last night in the Upper Lake, California. 4.3 China, 2.7 Upper Lake, California, 2.5 Puerto Rico, 3.5 Alaska, 3.0 Upper Lake, California, 5.4, a very strong quake in the Philippines. Then Oklahoma had a 3.2. California, a 2.9. The Philippines had a 4.7. A 5.0 then shook down in Chile. 4.8 in Iwo Jima, Japan. 4.5 China. 4.3 China. 2.7 Kansas. That was in Rose Hill, Kansas. 4.0 Oklahoma, Luther, Oklahoma, 2.5 in Alaska, 2.9 Oklahoma, 4.7 in Russia, 2.8 in Oklahoma, 4.3 in Kyrgyzstan, and we just had a 3.8 a few minutes ago there in, where was that at? Hang on one second. Yes, in Rancho Tiama Reserve in California. 3.8 just happened while I'm recording this. And that's a pretty strong quake there in California, 3.8. So anyway, 41 earthquakes in the last 24 hours that are at least 2.5 or higher all over the world. But California is really shaking and quaking up there. And a couple strong quakes also down in Chile and the Philippines and Japan. So we got to keep an eye on all this. The earth is shaking and quaking right now. Definitely shaking and quaking. And we'll keep a close eye on all of this as we're truly living in the last days. Now, the Bible did say, if you go to the word of the Lord, you can go to Matthew chapter 24, and you know that Jesus said that there would be earthquakes in diverse places. But also Isaiah 24 said these words, talking about the earthquake, says, says, it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. Then verse 19, I'm in Isaiah 24. That was 24:18. Here's 24:19 and 24:20. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So as you continue to see more and more of these earthquakes, know that when Jesus said there will be earthquakes in divers places, and wars and rumors of wars, and of course famines and all kinds of apocalyptic things and persecutions and everything going on, know that you're coming to the end. We're living in the last days. I'm going to be talking about this and a whole lot more in our live broadcast today. It starts at 12 noon Eastern at my website, 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Get a cup of coffee and calm down, but give your life to Jesus Christ. He is coming soon. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.